After the ball is over, after this game is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hello everyone.
Hey.
Welcome to Pen Hook and Needles podcast, episode 166. It's August 3rd, 2015. And we have a special guest for the first part of the podcast before we go into the rest of the podcast. But so you know who you're talking to, I am Marlisha, also known as Lady Fernico, just about everywhere.
And I'm Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy. And this is Davina, who is...
Drama Queen 7, guilty as charged.
Davina just had something special to show.
Well, we received a package in the
Yeah,
mail.
and we're just going to show...
What Davina got.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
I got this sock monkey.
And this is from Get Your Knit On 69, and we'll show
some more about her business later. But Michelle, who sent not only something for us, but for Davina as well, which is very sweet.
Just like this nice
card.
Don't show the card.
It's personal.
That's personal, yeah. Ooh, I didn't see that. Oh, Bluebird of Happiness. Let's show the Bluebird of Happiness. She made a Bluebird of Happiness for Davina.
I'll put it on my shelf somewhere.
And what's... Oh, I didn't see the bag. Look at the bag, Davina. Oh, this is perfect for your notions. Isn't that pretty?
Yeah. We got a notion to put something in there.
I see what you did there.
So
and hair stuff. Oh, look, Davina, all the
hair
colors.
Bands.
Hair bands.
Yeah, I love the sparklies.
Yeah, and it's perfect for you.
Yeah.
You can wear one at a time, or you can wear all several together. That would be great.
And there's this big pink one too.
The big pink one, exactly.
And these ponytail holders.
Does she know your colors or what?
Yeah, there's yellow, my favorite one.
With little sparkles on it.
And sparkles to boot, yeah.
Oh, look at this. It's Louie. I do want to be like you. Jungle Book.
And
ooh. Oh, isn't that pretty?
Careful, don't let the notebooks fall, because it looks like there's multiple.
Notepad, yeah. It's an art thingy.
What is this?
Little note art thingy. You can
Davina will probably use this to draw on.
Yeah.
Probably your sketches prior to fashions.
Really our sketches prior to my drawings or whatever?
Yeah, something like that.
Now, Davina, and it's magnetized.
So it'll stay shut.
So this is from Miss Michelle.
Michelle. Hey, Michelle.
Miss Michelle.
There's a cool Beatles song that has your name. Michelle.
Did you hear what I said?
Sorry. What's her?
Miss Michelle.
Miss Michelle. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. I don't mean to insult.
That's it. No,
you're
not.
good.
No, just say thank you, though.
But thanks, Michelle. I mean, if you'll give me some time, I will have something for you.
Okay, so we're gonna let Davina go so we can get our tea and get started with the podcast.
Are you excited about this?
Oh yeah, certainly.
All right.
Okay. So goodbye.
Bye.
Hello again. And
we're back.
Welcome back again. This is Pen Hook and Needles podcast, episode 166. It's August 3rd, 2015, and it's about 3:30, I guess. Is it 3:30?
You're repeating yourself.
I know. I said it again.
It's 2:48.
Oh, is it that early? Oh, I thought it was later.
Because we got started right away.
Okay. Yes.
We always get thrown off a little bit when Davina.
Yeah, Davina was really excited about getting the package.
And we will be going more into that later.
We will be going more into what was a very, very neat, very wonderful mail week.
But we usually have to get Davina in at the beginning because it's very hard for us to pause and start. Yeah.
And she wants to do her workout. So if you hear bouncing or if things start shaking, she's upstairs doing...
Although, is she directly over us? I think she's a little more that way.
A little bit more that way. My bedroom has a little extra room that used to be used as a nursery by the people who lived here before. And I use that as a workout room, and Davina uses it. So sometimes it's right above this room or slightly further over. So you might hear it, hopefully not. Anyway, I digress. We welcome all new and returning viewers. We thank you for joining us again, and we're really glad that you decided to spend some time with us. Yes, I know. What is in your mug?
Actually, I was just overwhelming you just because I wanted to.
Well, stop it.
But since you asked, so nice.
Chai tea. In my St. Paul mug again today.
I have in my ever-present Franciscan Gypsy Designs mug, I have Earl Grey. Hot.
I almost didn't have tea today. But chai tea. Went out.
Also, we started a new hashtag thing on Instagram.
Yeah.
Hashtag what's in your mug.
And you want to shorten that to WI?
Nah, that'd be too complicated.
Why?
Yeah.
I don't want to type out what's in your mug. It's too long. What are you doing?
Really annoying world's smallest violin.
Looks like you're trying to do on a trapeze or something.
It's a trapezing world's smallest violin.
There's something wrong with you.
Woo.
You're broken. Anyway.
4 hours of sleep. Yes.
4? You went to bed at 7:30.
No, I went to bed at like after 8.
No, because I was eating breakfast at 8.
It just felt like it was after 8.
No.
Well, it was still... I got up around noon, though.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Okay. We had our special guest already, so we do want to welcome our new returning viewers, those who are in the shadows and those who have joined us officially. We have several new members. Yay! Official new members. We have She That Knits, who's Christine, and Davina saw this on this, and she saw that we wanted to thank Michelle, and I didn't have the name on the goodie bag because I couldn't remember it till I had it on hers. And she saw Christine, said, "Oh, Christine gave it to me." I said, "No, Christine."
And you kept insisting, "No,
Christine." So She That Knits.
Is this the confusing way Mom writes her show notes?
No, it's just she read it fast. She didn't see the new members in big, bolded, capital letters between goodie bag from and Christina. But anyway, new members. We have She That Knits, who is Christine. Welcome, Christine. Kelly Dang, who is Kelly. And Kelly, I did leave a message. You left a comment on YouTube, and you asked me a question about the baby hats. I did respond, but YouTube didn't allow me to respond to your comment, so you might not have received a notification.
Sometimes YouTube's persnickety that way.
Yeah, I don't know. I did answer it several days ago. I don't know if you saw it, but it's there. KTUC6, I do not have a name, so welcome KTUC and welcome Kelly. LM Crafting, who is Lori. Welcome, Lori. I don't even know if I want to...
Jack Sierra.
Susan. Welcome, Susan. And if you want to tell us how you pronounce that name and where it comes from, I'd love to know because I'm nosy that way. Jacques Sierra. I don't know. It's very pretty, whatever it is. Jill R. Lambert, who is Jill. Welcome, Jill. Welcome, Susan. Jersey Girl Knits 2, who is Pamela. Welcome, Pamela. And Busy Happy Knitter 1, who is Arletha. Welcome, Arletha. And one of our newcomers has a birthday today, and I can't remember which one. I don't remember which one it was. Whoever you are.
It's not Jack Sierra, because I believe she...
I did wish her a happy birthday, but I want to wish her a happy birthday on the podcast, even though she may not see this until afterward. So happy birthday. So we have...
Happy birthday, person who she can't remember whose birthday it is.
Newcomer. If you're still in the shadows, please come out. We are now over 500 members, yay. And we're going to be having a 500 giveaway.
I'm super curious.
It is a...
Keep blathering.
No, oh, stop that. I can't see what I'm doing.
Do you need to see the
I
speak?
do.
Why?
I do, because that's the kind of hairpin I am.
Do you look at yourself in real life?
I do. I have that kind of...
It is Jill R. Lambert.
Jill R. Lambert. Happy birthday, Jill. Now can we go back to where our regular program?
When she can't see herself, she gets all flustered. I don't understand.
Well,
she talks all the time to everyone else without seeing herself.
But I can see somebody. I'm talking to this blank, and I don't talk to
Are you calling
blank.
everyone out there blank?
If I can't see them, they are.
Wow. I think of you guys as more than blanks.
She thinks of you as double blanks.
What?
I don't know. Anyway, my point is, if you are in the shadows, still in the shadows, please come back, because we're planning on having what I think is actually a pretty good...
Please come back.
Please come out of the shadows and play. Join us officially, because we have what I think is a pretty good 500 member giveaway, and we'd like all of you to be eligible for it. Whether so come on out of the shadows. Bribery at its finest. So,
and we won't tell you what the giveaway is.
No, we can't. It's in the works still.
Yes.
At least one of them is. Okay, I do want to make a short plug for an upcoming knit along, which most of you who have been with us for any length of time know that we have our toy along coming up. It is not for another 2 months. We are still.
We were just gathering together cohorts.
Our cohorts are official now. Oh, I love that word, official. I love cohorts too. Officially cohorts?
Officially cohorting.
Yes. Okay, that works. We now have our cohorts in place. Our co-host is what I've got. She said cohorts. We're very excited to announce that we
Partners
have
in crime.
2 wonderful co-hosts for the toy along that start in.
I guess it'd be technically 3.
No, co-hosts with us.
Oh, okay, but there's a total of 3 cohorts.
Total 3 of. Well, we are, yes. We're doing the
I guess that'd actually be then 5.
What?
People.
Yes, 5 people. Stop confusing me. We have Kay and Dan from Bakery Bears are once again going to be doing the co-hosting.
They count as one co-host.
Yes, one very wonderful co-host. They, by the way, I think have been nominated, or people are talking about nominating them for Podcast Award.
Oh, cool.
I didn't know they had such a thing.
I didn't know either.
That's cool. And if you're members of the Bakery Bears,
I think I did know because I remember when Stuff You Should Know came up.
Yeah, when you look at if you're in the podcast, or what's it called, the sponsor group.
Yeah.
If you're in that, go look at the Facebook chatter, and somebody had mentioned it. I think they have somewhere they can vote for it, so that's great. But anyway, Kay and Dan are one of our co-hosts for the Toy Along, which begins October 1st and goes through December 31st. The other co-host, which is also very exciting, is a newcomer to podcasting.
Yes.
But she is very good with her toys. Last year she blew us away, and that's Victoria.
Victorian Studio.
Victorian Studio
who is Maureen.
And Victorian Studio knows every so often I put Victoria because she's got Victorian Studio in her name. Her name is Maureen. She is Victorian Studio. She's going to be a fantastic addition. I have an accent today. I don't know what kind of accent it is. I blame Blair. I blame Blair because I didn't have room enough in her hallway, so I had to stand on my head or something.
You could have just gone on the couch.
No, it stood up though.
Lean.
I had to hang from the chandelier. I was leaning. But anyway, so we have 2 podcasts that are co-hosting with us: the Bakery Bears and Victorian Studios, and we're really happy to have them with us. And that will be starting in October. But we do want, now we can go into what is currently on the needle, so to speak.
Well, before we go into cardiac right along, for the baby hats.
Oh yeah.
More awesomeness about that later. But a lot of people are making some awesome baby hats.
Amazing.
And I am still not finished with mine. I'm making progress.
Slacker.
I am a slacker. We'll be talking more about this in a bit, but yes, I slack in comparison to many much people making baby hats.
Especially one certain many much person.
Yes.
Who is absolutely amazing. You will learn more about her later.
But that's for the baby hats so far. Thus far.
Before we get into the cardiac, we do want to mention our co-hosts who are.
Well, that would have been part of mentioning it.
Okay, well, go ahead.
Well, cardiac right along. It runs from July 1st to September 30th. During this period of time, you have to knit with
or crochet
with some significant portion of red. And the idea is that you're raising cardiac awareness.
Mm-hmm.
And we have 3 co-hosts. Mm-hmm. 2 of whom are podcasters.
Right. A total of 4, including us.
Yes. So there is Ken, who is Turbo Knitter of the Turbo Knitter podcast.
Turbo Knitter 64, isn't he?
The Turbo Knitter 64.
The Turbo Knitter 64.
And then there is BZ Mama, who is Tanya Marie of the Sampler Girl podcast.
Both audio and video.
Yes, and Heidi, who is Packing It's One,
and she has a podcast.
Yeah, she has her own group, and she's designed, guide.
Yeah, she's developed a
colorway called Hearts of Flutter, and the proceeds for that, partially or otherwise, are going to Mayo Clinic, which is a very good resource.
So if you want that yarn, I believe she's still taking orders for that. Just go to her Etsy shop, and I think it's just Packing Its Design. isn't it? Happiness Design.
I believe so. She.
If you go to her group, she probably has a link.
She does. I believe she's donating one of a skein of that yarn to the prize pot.
She has. We have it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, because this is a little bit of a long week, so I'm not going to go much into cardiac awareness, like facts, just because we have a lot to show this week. I do want to hit the highlights of some of the prizes. I cannot pronounce things today. True Canuck Girl has donated a pattern of value of $10 or less to 3 different winners. I'm going to read directly from my notes because I can't seem to say things right today. There's a $10 pattern for 1 winner from Victoria Studios. Knitting needles from Liz. I'm sorry, Liz. Liz Knit Wiz 47. Knit Red Pattern Book, Crochet Red Pattern Book, stitch markers from Naughty Hookin', who is also known as Cupcake Crochet. Mm-hmm. We talked about the Hearts of Flutter yarn by Heidi. Then there's a red, black, and versatile set that was dyed by and donated by Fiber
Nymph Dye Works.
I am having such difficulty. Fiber Nymph.
I blame lack of sleep. I didn't get much sleep either last night.
1 skein of yarn from Mama C, who's Christine.
Thank you.
I think it's Christina, actually.
Christina, yeah. Mm-hmm. Because we have a Christine and a Christina now.
Yes. So, thank you very much, everybody, for...
Is that everybody?
I believe that should be everybody.
If we have forgotten somebody, we appreciate all the donations.
I usually write everyone down as I go along, so I should have everybody on that list.
Right.
And I apologize if I don't. I blame her.
Why me? I didn't have...
I don't know, because it's easy to blame you.
Shouldn't blame the mother. After all the labor pains I went through with you, and all the 6 weeks of not sleeping through the night.
Hi.
Okay, get on with it.
So we're just gonna skip onward because I know if I go to cardiac awareness right now, I'm gonna say something horrifically wrong. And
there's nothing you can say at all.
Get your heart checkups now.
I know a lot of people are doing knit and fit type things. Denise from the Knitting Den is starting out some kind of a knit and fit. Sock Money does it.
Make sure that before you make any extreme changes, you know, if you do have a heart condition.
And that's the one thing I wanted to caution. And Denise has said this, and I haven't seen Sock Bunny in a while, but I'm sure she does as well. They caution that they're not doctors, they're not dietitians, but I just thought it was something that if you are interested in that kind of thing, you can check it out, but do not make any radical changes without your doctor's permission.
Yeah.
And that's basically what I think I wanted to say for this time around, is any changes, even if it's not something that Denise is doing or something that Sock Bunny is doing, even if you're just doing something yourself, if you're thinking about doing something really radical, if you're thinking about completely changing your diet or something, you probably should talk to your doctor first. So you
and
out of whack.
Listen to your body. If your body's telling you that you're pushing too fast, too hard, you know, check with your doctor.
Right.
Because your body will let you know.
Yes.
If you listen to it.
Yes.
But I'm not coherent enough to be... I'm not coherent enough to really go into detail.
I thought maybe you were looking up stuff when I was at the Adoration Chapel.
No, I was not.
I figured that as much. Yeah, I saw that when you were watching Rawhide or whatever you were doing.
No, I was watching Gunsmoke.
Whatever.
Rawhide's too long to watch while you guys are gone.
Whatever.
Gunsmoke's only half an hour early on.
Yeah, not very well. What is your problem? What is your major malfunction?
Okay. So yeah, and besides, I don't need to look up cardiac facts. I just don't have the presence of mind to spout them out right now. More to follow sometime in the next couple weeks.
Yeah, the Mr. PHN's birthday is coming up. Well, it's tomorrow actually, which means the festivities are beginning. Next week we'll be doing something on the weekend, and the following week we'll be doing something on the weekend as well. We're going out to meal for him this coming weekend, and then I think we're going into D.C. to the art museums the following weekend because he's an artist, and we all like the art museums anyway. So
he's actually rather horrible to go to art museums.
Yeah, he doesn't let us stay and look. He's like boop, 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 all over the place. But he's
been a little better since he's been taking this great courses class.
Yes, he has.
It used to be you couldn't stop for more than 5 seconds at a time.
Yeah, he wants to move, and see everything, and we want to look and look and look, and he wants to move. So
Kind of defeats the purpose of an art museum. If.
Well, he looks at it differently. I think he gets more of a global kind of.
Well, now he's been looking at more detail since the Great Courses.
Yeah. I mean,
particularly the Rembrandt room that
yeah,
they had.
Yeah. And I think they have. Tanya Marie was talking about the special artist they have right now. She took her son this past weekend, I think it was.
Which artist was that? I'm behind on Tanya.
I don't remember which artist it was, but there was some special artist. There always a special artist there. We're not very far from the Smithsonian. We're not very far from Tanya Marie. Do we get together with Tanya Marie? No, of course not.
That makes sense.
I blame Tanya because it doesn't go both ways.
No, of course not. It's not like she has kids or something.
Hi, Tanya. Anyway.
Did you write Tanya? Okay.
Yes, I did. I'm way ahead of you. Okay, so, and then
once in your life.
Always. I was born ahead of you.
Yes, you were.
No rejoinder for that. Huh.
Way ahead of me.
Yeah, way ahead of you, older than dirt. So just keep that in mind, pipsqueak. Anyway, okay, we need to get into the knitting and crocheting because that is what we are supposed to be doing.
Indeed. How many do thou have?
I think I have 7.
Dost thou have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, you go first.
Okay. Well,
it reminds me of Kay and Dan. Well,
I think I'm caught up. I'm behind on their extra videos.
I've been enjoying their extra videos.
Oh, I enjoy them. I've just been distracted.
I've actually been taking their extra videos as I come up. I haven't done their tutorials because I want to wait till I have something that has to do with it. But Kay, you've got me wanting to do a bakery bear or something.
Yes, she does, and you know she does not knit toys.
I'm scared to death.
I don't believe she tells you to do with DPNs, because although they can be done on DPNs, I'm sure.
I do not wish to use DPNs.
They're not as hard as you might think. See, that's easy.
Do not wish to.
I just like whipping them out when someone doesn't knit.
Yeah, it's
and
pretty funny.
Having them go, oh my gosh! They don't realize you're really only knitting with 2 of the needles.
Yeah.
So it looks a lot more impressive than it actually is.
Superfluous. They are superfluous.
So,
What did I do there?
you broke it.
Did not, in fact.
Project. I think this is probably the one I worked on the least. This is the All That Glitters. It's my Hitchhiker by Martina Baim. I'm using Expression Fiber Arts Sparkle Sock Fingering in the colorway Joy to the World. I'm not actually sure how many rows I did on this.
You need to have a progress keeper.
Oh, I never do that. I only do that for one project, and that's one I didn't work on this week. So it has been growing.
Yeah, very nice.
I'm not sure if it's much of a difference from last week. I think I just finished this tooth here, and I'm about to do non-toothy parts.
Watch the pointy stick.
That I am watching.
Watch the
I
pointy
want
stick.
to. I want to.
What's that made out of?
I don't know.
Regular
metal?
metal?
Yeah.
Feels awfully light. Almost feels like it's hollow.
No, I don't think they're hollow.
Well, I don't think they are, but I'd say they feel awfully
These
light.
are my red lace.
Oh, okay. Try these.
I love these. So yes, it's got some love. I think you can kind of see the sparkly.
Very nice.
And this is a Christmas colorway. The sparkly doesn't show up very well on the screen.
For some reason, the light doesn't pick it up.
I'm very off today. I feel like I'm a little off my game. I apologize. Tingle.
What's your bag?
Yes, I need prompting this week. Like I've never done this before. How does this work? This is my Birds on a Wire by Ploverbird, who is not currently making bags anymore.
Medium bag.
Yes.
Okay.
Boy.
This bag, I think.
I should have some tea.
My Ocean Drift. I actually worked on my Ocean Drift sweater this week.
I can't remember the last time you worked on that.
I got a little bit of progress done on this. I actually started another buttonhole. I'm not sure if the buttonhole's a little off.
Buttonhole?
I don't think it's off. I think because I had to increase, maybe that's. It feels like it's off on one side. Here's a button here. It seems like it's a little bit off. I don't have to tink it back and. I don't know. Can you see the buttonholes? There's one here,
One, two.
and then there's one here.
It almost does seem like it's a little.
I don't know if it's because the first two buttons are on the collar.
Just, I guess, continue to trust the pattern.
I don't know. I don't know if I miscounted or what, but
Were you drinking wine while you were crocheting?
I don't know. But you can see this is the front, and that'll fold over. This collar.
Actually,
folds
neither
over.
of us drink.
No.
Mostly because we don't like the taste of alcohol.
Right.
Actually, I don't.
So I did a little bit of. This is a very heavy yarn. It's Plymouth.
Not as rough as a horse blanket, though.
Nope, not quite. It's Plymouth yarn Encore, color spun worsted, and the Ocean Drift colorway, hence the name of the sweater. And it's very heavy. It really is, and
It's almost a coat weight.
it's almost a coat. Yeah. Well, for the masonry jacket, it's really meant to be a jacket. It's a good choice for it. It's a little bit fuzzy, so sometimes if I have to tink back and redo it, I can't see the stitches again. But it's not hard to work with, really. I'm enjoying it. I may have to tink back that one row again and see if I miscounted, and if it ends up in the same place, I guess I'll have to trust the pattern. But because the other two lined up just fine, but this one seems to be a little bit off, like a stitch off, and I don't know why.
Yeah, it does just seem to be a little bit cockeyed.
So this is in my large Ploverbird tea time bag, teapots bag.
It's always time for tea.
It's always time for tea. I'm actually really hot right now.
Don't go bragging now.
That too. I'm enjoying this. I don't know if it'll be done by September like I want it to be, but that's the plan.
Okay, next one.
Excuse me, I'm so hot.
You always get really hot. I think it's lights. In my knitting's my bag, Birdie's bag. There's a bird theme so far. Is GI Turtle, which is my Timmy the Timid Turtle pattern that I wrote. And I'm using Baby Bee, Sweet Delight in the colorways Baby Sage, Baby Camo, and Chocolate. And I know I have a little head in here. There it is.
Baby head.
Baby turtle head.
Oops.
No, oops is the bunny.
Oops is a bunny. Why are you sticking your hand in his head?
Because I am.
You're going to smush his little baby brain.
This makes me think almost like Super Mario. Don't they have like a dinosaur or something? Right now it makes me think of that. I never really played much Super Mario. Halo is more my speed.
Well, Super Mario was before your time.
I know plenty of people who are my age who do play it though.
Yeah. I don't know if they have a newer version, because that would be a vintage game.
I'm sure they have newer versions. The shell is getting closer to the ending. I have to start thinking about stuffing it pretty soon. Once the shell is done, it's just a matter of doing the feet, and then voila, turtle be done.
Yep, turtle.
I do need to contact the people about a booth at our church fair.
So you keep saying.
I know. I always think about it when they won't possibly be up. Because it's someone's home number, I believe, and I don't want to be obnoxious and be like, hey, I'm awake, you should be too.
Send him an email, that's what email
I don't
is
think I
for.
have his email.
Who he?
The person who I'm supposed to contact.
I'm sure he has a contact email.
I have to check the
Or
card
is
he
it?
gave me.
Yeah.
But,
It was one of the nights?
yeah.
Yeah.
But that be it.
Okay, my other sweater is residing in my silver shed Star Wars.
That's definitely not Batman. You don't have any Batman
I do
bags.
not. Star Wars.
Because I would
symbol set.
steal it from you.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
Your hand would drop off your wrist. Okay, I made a fair amount of
It
progress.
seems a bit awkward to be stealing a Batman bag.
Yeah.
It'd be like stealing a Sherlock Holmes bag. Because then they'd catch you at it.
Okay, so I did a fair amount. You can see my little marker. This is the marker that we were given. This little.
Why do you have the purple one next to it?
I don't know.
Is that a little redundant?
I don't care. There it is, my little dog. I made a fair amount of progress.
I like the little doggies.
I do too. So this is the back, and it's coming along. I have to work on it when I have enough light, but I've been enjoying it. it's much lighter weight than the other one, but it's not super lightweight.
It'll still be a nice.
It'll be a
weight.
nice warm sweater when it's done. And this pattern is the Colonial Blue Sweater project from the Beginner Cardi pattern by Shannon Willett-Bowlesby. And
But it's not the original beginning.
No, it's not the original one that was in the magazine. It's the one in his new book, Designer Crochet.
Because stitch isn't even the same, right, Mom?
I'm sorry?
It's a completely different design, right?
It's a completely different design, yeah. I mean, I guess it might have some similarities, but the other one I did his other Beginner Cardi as well. It didn't have the shawl collar, I don't think.
And the stitch was
was
different, right?
I think it was. I can't remember.
You dropped your marker just.
I did.
Yeah.
So that is that. Sorry about that. And that's this book. And I'm enjoying this pattern. It's fun.
Okay. I'll just show a bag.
A bag.
Yes. In a bag is a project which cannot be shown.
This
This
is
is
a project in the bag.
Silver Shed USA. This is my XX large froggy bag, and a design is in here. And that is all I'm going to say about that.
Okay.
I've been working a lot on the designs, so.
In my this is my bag, Monet bag. Yes, I know it's not Monet, but that's what I call it. My Monet bag, sweater size. Is my Just Knitted shawl. It's the pattern by Susan Ashcroft. I'm using US 3 or 3.25 mil needles and Gourmet Stash. Yes, and Gourmet Stash Stout Sock yarn in blue. I'm calling it Hopes and Dreams, and I have
that
made
is
some
actually grown.
progress on this. So
it helps when I haven't seen it in a while,
yeah,
for me to see the progress.
I've done about maybe 12 rows on this, or 10 rows. It's growing slowly but surely on threes. I must be insane. Threes. But I'm enjoying this. I really like this because it's very simple. I do my increase on either end, and then I just knit, and it's a lot of fun.
Yay for garter stitch, right?
Yay for garter stitch.
Okay. Another one I will not be showing. You get to see lots of pretty bags. In my Plover Blurred. Oops.
To blaze.
In my Plover Bird Kissy Bunny bag. This was her sweater size. I don't know if she would. Well, she doesn't have her shop anymore. Anyway, design in here. Well, yarn for design in here. The design outgrew the bag. Which it does happen with my designs. As they start getting pieced together, they start growing out of the bag, and you just have other pieces living in the bag.
Yes. Okay, my next project is in my Knitting's My Bag large sweater bag. This is one of her newer ones, so it's bigger. Well, newer to me. I haven't bought one since the autism awareness one, because I just haven't had a chance. But this is my
That's their sweater size, right?
yes,
Twisted new sweater size.
Yes, that's what I just said.
I'm having a lot of trouble focusing this week.
Twister the Turtle. This is Talia's.
And I even have caffeine.
This is Talia's design of Timmy the Timid Turtle. My books.
I like this purple for the undershell.
I've started the undershell here, so you can see the undershell.
It matches really well.
And this is Baby Bee again.
And then look, I do want to show you a comparison. This is, again, apt, lesson, engage. There's going to be a DPN on top of the computer, so noise.
But yours is already starting to pull in,
Oops.
too. Oops is a bunny.
Yes, and there goes the turtle head. Even so, look. Even with her starting to pull in, look how much smaller mine is. And that's just... And it's not that her stitches are super loose. What size hook are you using?
E.
I think I'm using E as well. So we're using the same yarn, the same hook. Look at the difference.
And I'm not trying to tighten up my gauge anymore because
No.
last time I hurt my hand.
Rochelle can eat mine for breakfast.
And yet it only took me one skein. I was amazed. I have another skein up on the shelf. You're hooked around my yarn.
No.
Okay. So I started the undershell here. Here are the feet. I have to do the head. But I'm enjoying this as I always do when I make the turtle.
I want my DPN back.
So
There.
that's all I really have to say about that. Oops is a bunny, not a turtle.
Well, he keeps threading yarn all over the place. Where's the bunny? Come here, bunny. No, it's a cat. Where's the bunny?
Heidi Berry.
Heidi Berry.
Heidi Berry.
Here.
Heidi Berry. That's named after Heidi from Undead Yarn. Okay, so here's the feet. I'm using an E-hook, and I told you I'm using Yarn Bee in the... what colors? I don't have the colors, so oh well.
We are not very together today.
No, just not.
You'd think we didn't write show notes or anything.
I have show notes, they're just not very complete.
Well,
So-
ours aren't ever very complete.
There.
We aren't scripted.
No, we're not.
Really.
So even... Hi, Heidi Berry. Even when we're scripted, we just... yeah.
So, I guess it's my turn.
I guess so.
Stay. Okay. I guess it's time for me to actually show something. In my TARDIS, this was a large plover bird TARDIS, what I call bigger on the inside bag. And in here is the horse blanket shawl, which is the Gaskell pattern by Sarah Jordan. I'm using brown sheep lamb's pride worsted in the colorway charcoal heather. Did I make it to the round? Nope.
In the middle of the row?
Yes, I am, and I'm not gonna knit to the end of it.
Just show.
Thankfully, I'm at a point.
Oh, it's starting to really look good now.
So,
You can start seeing how it's going to be shaped. See, here's the... oh,
and
that's really nice.
it's just too large to show you all of it.
Pull it to the side a little. It's a big shawl.
It's just a very large shawl, and it's taking as much as the sweater's worth
Of yarn.
of yarn.
Mhm.
So,
It's it's very pretty.
it's very horse blankety too.
It is very horse blankety.
But I do look forward to having this to wrap around me while I am reading in bed.
When she has other things so it doesn't itch her skin.
I will survive.
I will survive.
I don't know why I thought itchy wool was mohair, and it was a good idea. I just saw pretty gray.
Where's my bag for this? Oh, there it is. Okay. All right, my next one is in my Kikiboo. We have a very even representation of people for bags today.
Mm-hmm.
My Kikiboo bag, this is Denise's, I think it's her medium bag. The owls and Christmas gifts that I got from Talia. And I did a little bit of work on my Dark Night shawl, my Dark Night scarf. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. You can see here my doohickeys. So I didn't do a whole lot, but I do like the combination of colors. And the yarn is Heartland in the...
Now, at the very end, Mom, are you going to repeat this section
Yes.
here?
Heartland in the Smoky Mountain and Black Canyon colorways. I like these colorways, but I probably won't get to keep this.
Well, himself will probably claim
He
it.
might claim it once he finds out that the handbrake is actually a cowl and not a scarf.
Has he put it on yet?
Not yet. I have to still weave in the ends. But so I'm using, this is my own pattern. I'm using an H hook. It's a worsted weight yarn, but I think it's probably closer to an Aran. It's pretty thick. And I really like, it's kind of, not tonal necessarily, but it's got variation in it. I guess tonal would be right. Can't really see it.
It's heathered is what it is.
Yeah, it is. It's heathered. And I really like that because I don't like flat colors too much unless the pattern itself of the project is very detailed, because I like a little bit of interest.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm enjoying this, and I should work on it a little bit more when I have time and light.
Which is definitely a difficulty in this house.
It is.
Okay. So, okay, we've got it in inches. In my Kikiboo Autism Awareness bag,
Copycat.
I did first.
Copycat. How can you possibly have done it first? I just did a Kikibu bag.
But you didn't do the autism one.
Copycat.
This is Pining for Autumn baby hat. I'm using the Bright Colors baby hat pattern by Roxanne Wood. And trying to lose my stitches.
Oops.
There we go. Problem solved. I probably should have used DPNs that were a little bit longer for this. I think I'm using 6-inch DPNs, and there's too many stitches, and it keeps trying to slide off the needles.
It looks like about 6 inches. Give or take.
I think I have 8-inch ones somewhere, but I'm just too lazy to go and find them. Eventually I'll have to decrease, right? Anyway, this yarn is, if I can find my ball band in here. Here we go. Saki's, which is a Lion Brand yarn.
I don't know what we're going to call this podcast, because whatever we call it, it's going to be misspelled or something, because we can't pronounce anything.
No, we can't. So, the color is Red Hots.
I don't see why it's red hot. I really don't.
It really does look more like autumn than Red Hots.
Yeah. Pumpkin spice or something.
Yeah.
Even apple pie, but not red hot.
So, I have probably another inch to go before I start thinking of decreasing. And I've made this hat before, for a coworker who was having twins.
So you've actually made it twice before.
Yes. And that's, when I did it before, I actually used a Cyborg craft room. This is an oops.
Hi, oops. Heidi's oops.
So, I do enjoy this pattern. It actually goes pretty quickly. And it's a nice, simple pattern. Nice, mindless knitting on DPN. Which is good because there's so many stitches on the needles I have come very close to dropping on multiple occasions. But I do love this yarn.
I'm counting.
I am very glad you know how to count.
Remember the song from NaNoWriMo where they say, I'm writing?
Yes.
I'm counting. Oh, somebody asked us about the song, and I have to answer her. She wants to know who the person who asked the question. I did read the email or PM or whatever the comment was. I don't remember where it was even. Haven't gotten back to her. You asked what the name of the song was. I think it was one of the intros. I'd written Welcome, and she wrote back and wanted to know what the intro song was. It's After the Ball is Over by Ren Ross.
Yes, although it is there is a song called After the Ball is Over that is a traditional song. It's just that she borrowed it, modified it
for knitting.
To make it for knitting, and kept it in a very traditional feel.
The lady who did it, I'm sorry I don't remember your name. I will answer you as soon as I get the chance. But she said that it's very catchy.
Yes, it is.
So we've heard that a couple of times. We're glad you like it. Okay, what's next? Oh, I get to show you a bag. It's a very pretty bag. It is my Winnie the Pooh bag. This is a Silver Shed Winnie the Pooh bag, what I call my Eeyore bag, because Eeyore is the central character as far as I'm concerned. In here is my Design of Progress, and I'm using Heidi's Undead yarn in the MCN Siren Base fingering weight in the Atlantis colorway, and she had gifted me this yarn, and she just told me that I can order another one now, so I'm looking forward to that. Picking this up so I can maybe finish it in her yarn, so that's exciting. You can't see it right now, I'm sorry.
So, I did not realize I was in the middle of the row for this.
Bubbles. Yes, Alice and squirrels.
There are actually bubbles floating across the screen, honest to goodness. It's not just that she's crazy.
Well, there's that too, but
that's not the only reason. Oops, we are looking at Batman and Nightwing and Superman and
Catwoman and Robin.
Huntress. Oracle.
Yep.
Jim Gordon.
Yep. Where's Jim?
Jim is... Hold on. Now I can't make it show up again because I want to. There it is. Jim is right there next to Barbara.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
And next to Huntress.
Right. That's a safe place to be.
Well, you know, keep the girls apart.
Yeah.
Because don't kid yourself. Babs can still take care of herself.
Yes. There are issues there.
Anyway. That's my screensaver, and not my screensaver, it's my desktop, is a scene of it's everyone in Hush, the comic, which is a Batman storyline.
Right.
And the art is by Jim Lee, who is awesome. And it is written by Jeff Loeb,
Of course it is.
who is awesome. And you guys might know Jeff Loeb if you pay attention to the credits in Daredevil. Jeff Loeb produced Daredevil, the TV show. So when I saw his little stamp on it, I knew it was going to be good.
And we don't have cardiac information, but we do definitely have geek information.
I'm waking up a little bit. Hey, look, cardiac.
Mm-hmm.
This is my Corazon, which is the Yowza Way of Shawl 3 by Susan B. Anderson, using Miss Babs Yowza What a Skein in the colorway Gotta Love Me. And I'm hoping to maybe use 2 skeins instead to see how big of a shawl I can get out of it.
I think that's the one Karen's making, isn't it, the 3?
Yeah, she's currently making the 3. I'm behind a little bit on our podcast, so maybe she's finished it already.
I think she's
Yes,
still
I'm never behind on Karen's. I'm behind on one.
Karen, I think her last one, she said she was getting ready to do the ruffle, or whatever she's doing the ribbing. She's doing the ribbing.
And then she got yarn for the number 4. But I have unfortunately been caught up with watching other things.
She was podcasting in the basement. It was so funny.
She usually does podcast in the basement.
I've never seen her podcast in the basement before.
Yeah, that's where she is now because she can put the kids up for a nap upstairs and she can hear them through the vents.
Right.
And they also have all their play toys down there. But this is going to be not as awesome as I wanted it to be because I'm in the middle, like smack dab in the middle of a row. So I'm going to give you information about this while I'm trying to give you a better view. Oh yeah, I did give you all the information. Lost it.
That's pretty enough to show.
So it's a pretty colorway. It's all you can really see right now because
it looks like a cowl almost right now, but that's okay. It's very pretty.
And it's heart tissue.
It's very, very pretty. It's very squishy. This is
well, it's garter stitch.
This is Miss Babs, right?
Yes, because
so I gave you one of the skeins.
Miss Babs, yes, it was.
Yeah. In the you said the colorway, but I forgot what it was. Gotta Love Me or something like
Gotta
that.
Love Me, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I do love this shawl. I just didn't realize I was in the middle of a row because I didn't check. Yeah.
Okay, what was your bag? You said your bag?
Oh, this is my Silver Shed nursing caps bag, and this is an X. No, yeah, this is an X large versus an XX.
Okay. All right, my next project is the Glacier Bay baby hat, which was not on the hook last week. It's from the ribbed newborn hat pattern by Michelle Gaylor. I'm using an H hook, which is 5mm, and Lion Brand Heartland in the Glacier Bay colorway, hence the name of the hat. This time I chained 3 extra instead of 6 because the other one was a little bit big, and you'll see that later. But this is where I'm at right now.
They can't see your face.
Okay, there you can see. I like this pattern. I'm just trying to find out the size I want to make. So it goes really quickly. The only reason I'm not done with this one already is because I've had to split up my time with other things. It's a free pattern, and it's a lot of fun. If you're not a crocheter who's been doing it maybe a little while, it might throw you a little bit because it doesn't tell you where to turn at the beginning. But that just may be me too because I'm pattern challenged sometimes. It's a very good pattern. I enjoyed this immensely. She has videos to show you.
Which is always useful.
Yeah, she has videos to show you how to sew it together, how to put the little tie on the top, which is really good because I wasn't sure at first how she wanted me to sew it together. She just said sew it together, so I didn't know if you wanted to sew it this way or if you wanted to sew it this way for a hat. You know, I don't like the way it looks this way, but it could have been this way.
Mm-hmm.
So she doesn't tell you until and you go to the video and you see how you're supposed to sew it together. But it's a very good pattern. I like it. I made a couple, so and I intend it's going to be one of my go-to crochet hat patterns.
It's nice to have a go-to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this one has got a lot of work, and most of you know what this one is. Instagram pictures have not been shown on this lately, Allison,
Yes.
because
You better be careful now, Allison. Sit down. Sit down.
Stabilize your neck.
Yes. Stabilize your neck. Make sure that there are no people under your chair.
This is in my Creepy Llamas bag, which is a large plover bird. And this is the Fisherman's Cardigan, which is the Sarah pattern by Jennifer Hagen. And I am using Baroque Comfort Chunky in the Barley colorway. A very decent amount of work got done on this.
Yep. Okay. This is so pretty. It's absolutely amazing.
So,
And Allison, you can't have it. It's mine.
there you can have it.
Well, who was it that thinks you had to put another panel in it so she can have it? Was it Patty or was it... Who was it?
Was that Sue?
No, was it Vonnie? I think it was Vonnie.
You might-
Because
you're
she
right.
never instigates. It was so funny. Vonnie is so funny. She makes me laugh. You need help or you're okay?
I have to be very careful because I have a lot of ends.
Yeah. Want to thank everybody who has been posting their pictures of their packages as they've come in or letting us know. We really appreciate it. Your comments and your excitement and everything
Yes.
make us very happy. And
That
we're
thread
glad.
has been unsticky just because most everyone probably has received
Yeah,
it.
please continue if you haven't gotten your stuff yet. I think...
Or if you're just having fun in there.
Right, you can still do it. We would like to know, because I think we haven't heard yet from somebody in Australia or England or somebody. I think there's a couple that we haven't heard from yet that are overseas. So, because they may not have gotten them yet. But
Yeah.
but Lyra got hers very quickly.
Yes. So,
Oh, that's looking nice, Ty. It's a vest.
it's a vest right now.
It's a hippie vest.
The sleeve is growing on this side.
Reminds me of Josh's sister saying, "Can you have one long sleeve?" And one
Yes. Actually, it was his niece.
You're right. It was his niece. That's very pretty.
And it'll have a zipper.
Doesn't fit very nicely.
And then of course the back.
Very nice. See all the detailing on here. There you go.
The shoulders were quite fun to work.
Fun as in definitely fun or not fun?
No, it was definitely
Okay.
fun. It was
Couldn't
a
quite
unique.
catch the sarcasm, or if it was
It
genuine.
was a unique way of doing it, and it was a lot simpler than I thought it would be.
Well,
I
I like
like-
to hide the seam.
There is no seam.
Is it in the round?
Yeah, there is no seam.
Okay.
With this kind of sweater, because you pick up stitches.
Is it raglan?
Heavens, Mom, I don't know the difference between raglan and non-raglan.
I don't either, so I asked.
But I don't want to give away too much, but
It's very pretty.
there's short rows involved.
Yeah.
There's only seams, Mom, when you're actually sewing it. There is no sewing involved.
Yay for no sewing.
Well, this is complicated enough. This is definitely what I would call an advanced pattern. It's only for the multiple charts.
Putting the zippers would be interesting too.
Oh, I've done that before. I did that with the Vivian.
Yeah, but you didn't have quite as many cables in the Vivian, even though it had a lot of cables.
Yeah, you did.
Not like this. It was a lot of cables, but not like
No,
this.
it's just you can't see as many of them because it's a bright green. It was a lot of cables.
I thought the Vivian was red.
Vivian's green.
What's the red one? Not Mel's, but the other red.
You're talking about the Archer?
Whatever one was.
Not the Archer.
The one that you had to take in from the back and all that.
No, I didn't take that one in from the back.
Or wherever you took it in from.
I didn't have to take it in at all.
No, there was one that you had to take in. It was red, and you weren't happy the way it turned
Oh,
out.
I don't even know what that's called. I threw that in a drawer somewhere and it never saw the light of day again.
Oh, you should take out the yarn.
It was a horrible acrylic yarn.
Oh. Well, you could make toys with it.
It was horrible acrylic yarn I'm never using again.
Oh, poor sweat.
It was, I did not enjoy working with Vanna's Choice. I thought it was rough and I just didn't like it. And the sweater turned out horribly. But anyway, very happy with this. With the zipper, it's going to be, enough breathing room without being too loose. So I'm very happy with this. So it's starting to look like a sweater. All I have to do is finish both sleeves and put a collar on it and then do the zipper. And like I said, it's not going to be any more complicated than when I did the Vivian. Yeah, you remember Vivian, Mom. It's not this one, which is Villainous.
Mm-hmm.
Vivian's the one with all the cables.
Yeah.
In that dark green. So.
Okay.
Let me...
All right.
Smothering bunny.
Heidi Berry. Poor Heidi. But see, Heidi, it turned out so pretty. She's a cute bunny. She is.
Okay, so yes, a lot of work has been done on this. And I would finish like a shoulder a night. And I usually work on this for a couple of hours at a time.
Well, it seems like you wouldn't get a whole lot done if you didn't.
Just because I see a light at the end of the tunnel. And I really want to have this done. I would love to have this done by the Shenandoah Fiber Festival. And definitely want to have it done by the time I go to Boston.
Yeah, that's in October.
In October.
Okay. I have long hair.
No way.
I have long hair. Okay. All right. Do you have anything else?
No FOs.
You don't have any more whips?
Nope, no more
Okay.
whips.
I have some FOs. Two of my FOs are in my Kiki Boo bag. The one she just gifted us, Denise, the lovely Denise gifted us before she went to England. I love this pattern. Thank you very much, Denise. The first one is my sky blue baby hat, and this is the smaller one. This is the hat I was showing you, the one I was working with the ribbing. So this is one of the... I forgot to bring Jimena out to show you what it looks like on, but... So it looks like that. And for those of you who are new viewers, Jimena is my husband's baby doll for his painting.
Yeah.
Yeah, we hold the doll and he paints. So that's one of them. That's the smaller one.
It sounds a little better than just saying Dad's baby.
And this one I added a row and I added 6 stitches. I think this is too big for a baby hat. I mean, it is a baby hat, but not necessarily newborns. Some newborns have big heads, but
yeah. My godson had a very big head when he was
so
born.
this is the red one. The one I'm making right now that I just showed you in the Heartland, that greenish color, that's going to be in between these two sizes. Mm-hmm. And I think what I'll end up doing is I might leave, I'll have to see. I was going to say I would leave the width the same, but I'm not sure. We'll see. I might have 4 of them before I hit on the exact one.
Right.
So these are finished objects, and you can have these.
Oh, yes.
I think I have pictures of those.
Yes, I think you do.
Okay.
You took pictures when you took the other.
My other finished object is something I've never done before. And if you're on Instagram, if you're following me on Instagram, you've already seen it. I tried dyeing for the first time, dyeing yarn.
Yes, it's not dyeing.
Yes. This is yarn that it's leftover yarn from what I used for my friendship shawl, with all the baubles. That was so pretty that Allison wanted a bedspread out of. Mm-hmm. So this was leftover yarn from that. And I'm not overly happy with the color. I think it's a little too pale. And Heidi, I think I'm going to pick your brain a little bit later on when you're not quite so busy.
I tell you, though, you got to unskein and...
Yeah, I think you're right. But
I know I'm right. I said I, who have no desire to dye yarn at all. This is the full skein. And it actually looks really nice in this light.
This is the full skein. It almost came out like a gradient. Because I had it still the way it was in the skein, I didn't get the center as much as I liked.
It kind of shows it a little better. It's kind of like a peachy...
This is like a 3-to-1 yellow and orange for a full skein.
It's really a peach is what I would describe it as.
And this is a little smaller skein with the same ratio of orange to yellow. And I don't know if I want to over dye this. I need to talk to Heidi about how I can get the center and how I can keep it from tangling when I'm trying to dry it.
Of course, if you have ties on it when you're dyeing it, you won't have to worry about tangling when it's drying.
But I don't want a line either.
Well, if you only tie it loosely.
Right. So
it won't leave a
in
line.
any event, Heidi, I'm going to either PM you or talk to you, or you can PM me, whatever's easier.
And then when you're done dyeing it, you tie another fresh yarn on it, and then cut off the one that's the same color if you're worried about mixing it up with the dyed yarn.
Right.
I'm coming with all these ideas with, no inclination doing myself.
Anyway, I don't know if I'm going to over dye this with another orange or maybe a red. Haven't quite decided. When Heidi saw this on Instagram, she said, no blue. And I want to do blue, but I want to do red, and I want to do blue, but I want to have a little better
idea of what you're doing.
Handle on what I'm doing before I do that. And with the Kool-Aid, not that Kool-Aid costs that much. I'm using Kool-Aid dye, and it's really permanent. And this smells like orange. There's no sugar in this because sugar inhibits the dye process for some reason. But this, I put this, I had it.
It prevents it from binding properly.
Yeah, I had this in just yellow and added the orange after the first heating because it wasn't taking as well as I'd like it, because the color was kind of a cream of the yarn originally, kind of a light cream. And so I put the orange in. The minute I put the orange in the water, you could smell orange all over the house. And this smells still like orange. But, yeah, so I did. I don't know if I'm going to over-dye it or not.
And it's not showing up.
It's not showing up as
well.
bright as it is. It's showing kind
It
of...
really is a peach color.
That's a little more... It's hard to tell in this light. Anyway.
So, very exciting.
It matches my bag. So I was happy about that. My husband's already... I was actually talking to Daddy on the phone. I said, yeah, I think I'm going to stick with... If I do dyeing... I won't be doing, like, Etsy dyeing or anything. I just want to kind of play around with it. And my husband's like, are you sure? I mean, I said, well, I don't want to get anything like... that has special equipment. So, we can maybe think about that. So, but I don't think that's going to be something I'll be doing other than just for fun.
Mm-hmm.
There. Okay. So that was fun.
Okay, so the long part of the podcast is coming up. Before we go into that, I do want to let people know that Mike the Platypus will be released at midnight, August 4th, which is Dad's birthday. Mm-hmm. And people should be receiving their patterns. I will be re-prompting people, hey, the ones who have finished the pattern and started a project page, hey, which pattern did you want me to send you? I know a couple of you said don't send me one. And what I mean by which pattern is people who have completed my test and tagged the finished pattern on their project page get one of my patterns on top of the Mike the Platypus pattern for either themselves or for someone of their choice. So when I send you your Mike the Platypus pattern, I'll be like, okay, now remind me which other pattern did you want for yourself or someone else of one of my designs. So you'll be getting a bunch of messages around midnight. Now, I will be working Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday nights, so if it takes me a little while to get your patterns to you, just have a little bit of patience to me. I will get to you.
Probably on the weekend sometime.
Yeah. And I'll try to send them off as I see them, but, I will be at work. So, that being said, and I've had a year of designing toys.
Yay. So,
it's Princeton Gypsy Designs shop has been around that long, which is exciting.
And that's a good thing for the what?
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm. That's all we can say about that.
But stash enhancements.
Yes. Enhancements of stash. I'm going to be out of frame for just a second. Okay, what do you want to start with?
So, first of all, whoops, my DPN protectors came in. I'm not sure how I feel about these. I'll have to see once I try them. But they're really cute. They're cute little bunnies.
Aww.
And I haven't tried them yet.
Are there 2 of them or 4 of them?
There's 2.
Okay.
I got 2 different ones. One with the little plastic thing holding them together, and one without. And she gets bonus points for sending gummy bears with them.
Ooh.
I polished these off. I love gummy bears.
I can't eat them anymore. Makes me sad.
So these are supposed to go at the end of the DPNs. I have to see how they work. I'm not sure. They're very rubbery. They're very cute.
They look like the things you used to put on top of pencils when I was growing up.
I'm just not sure if it'll stay put.
I don't know if you guys who are my age, I'm not going to say what that is, but you know what it is. The banks used to give out pencils with these little animals on top of them. You take them off and put them on. I don't know if you remember that, but I remember. That's what it reminds me of.
And this is ladydownio.etsy.com. So,
very pretty.
Yeah. And I think I just showed everyone my address, but oh well. Most of you know my address anyway.
Yeah, but not everybody in podcast land knows the address. Oops. Oops is a bunny.
So, you have any?
I have lots.
Go ahead.
How many do you have?
Needles.
Is that all you have?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Taya gave me, I had given
Oh,
her...
I have one other.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead, though.
Taya, I had given Taya my Jaws tonal so she could do some designing, and she decided that I could have it back. So I now.
Because I don't generally design with DK.
So one of these was mine, and one of these was hers. So now I have hers as well.
Yeah, and this came out of I had started a one of my bastions in this because Mom was having difficulty. It turned out she just put an increase where she didn't need to put an increase, and I had only started it for that reason. So
I've got about 800 yards here.
Yeah.
And I love this, Heidi.
Oh, it's very lovely.
I love this, and so Heidi knows that we trade yards back and forth. So right now it's mine. So it might be hers next podcast, but it will get used.
Well, it's like having two or three yarn shops. We don't usually raid Davina's too much because she has more red hearts.
Yeah, she has some baby stuff that we gave her, but in general we don't raid hers too much.
Because hers generally comes from our stash.
So this is my first one, and I didn't have to buy it.
Nope.
Okay. I didn't have to buy much of any of this.
I went and picked up DPNs for a baby hat that I want to make. I need US 4s and US 5s for it, which comes out of 3.5 millimeter and 3.75 millimeter. So I wanted to try Hiya Sharps because I couldn't find my US 4s and US 5s in DPNs, so I went and picked up some. And I wanted to try these.
They give you these little gifts in the back.
Yes, they do.
Gifts. A cable
needle, and I'm not sure what this other one is.
I think it's a progress marker.
I think you might be right. And then these are the ones I'm really excited about trying.
Are those your carbons?
Yeah, these are my Nearest Pride carbons. I like the fact you don't usually see this with DPNs, but they actually write on each single DPN what the size is.
That's good. Now
Which, considering the fact that this particular pattern uses two different DPNs for it, it's something I really want.
And those are 5 DPNs, not 4.
Yeah, I work off of 5. As you noticed when I was knitting, I have 4 needles holding the project, and I knit with the 5th. It's just what makes the most sense to me. So, I can't wait to use these. I just really want to finish the hat I'm working on so I can use these.
Okay, I'll go to what I ordered because everything else was a gift. Craftsy had a sale. I'm not real good about Craftsy sales, but I have stayed away for a while. But this was really good because the yarn was $8 a skein to begin with. It's bulky weight, and it was $8 a skein to start with. It went down to $2.47, so I bought some. I bought like 4 skeins, I think. And when I went back to look to maybe get another one, it had gone up to $3.47. So I didn't get any more.
She didn't pick up the colorway I liked.
So the colors I got this specifically for George's little baby hat pattern. The first one I picked up is this one. It's Pacific Chunky. This is Cascade Pacific Chunky, and this is the. I think it's still
Color
on sale.
622.
Color 6. I forgot. Cascade has wonderful creative colorway name.
Well, generally to look on their main actual sites.
You do, because it does have a name. This is the first one. Okay. And this one is colorway 618. So I got one of those.
They just never write their colorway names on their ball bands.
This one is colorway 610. They only had a couple that were out last time I looked. So if you're interested, you might want to check. I don't know if the price is still. It was at $3.47 or $3.59 or something last time I checked. And this one was a surprise. I got it because I said, let me get something lighter. I didn't know how I was going to like it. This one actually turns out really pretty in person. And this is colorway 623. So I got these 4 yarns. I think I spent like what, $10, $11. So it was well worth it. I don't have much in the way of chunky because I don't usually use bulky weight. But if I want to do George's pattern, and if I find that I can do it easily, then that'll be a go-to knitting pattern, and I need bulky. So here it is. Yay for Craftsy.
Yes.
Oh, and I also picked up 2 Craftsy classes. One by Shannon Mullet-Bowlesby, and I forget who the other lady was. This is wrong, Craftsy. Crochet Technique Toolkit with Shannon Mullet-Bowlesby, and the Crochet Essentials Increases and Decreases with Tamara Kelly. Because they were on sale too.
Mm-hmm. So, I managed to score by going on Instagram after work one day. I happened to score a Bakery Bears creation.
So jealous.
So, it was just one of those things that I happened to see. We have this address, right?
Just keep it for now.
Yeah.
I'm sure we do, but keep it for now.
Okay. So, ooh, I got stickers with it.
Ooh. To-do list. Oh, that's great. That must be like what she uses in her to-do.
Yes, it must be.
Yeah.
Because
that's that washi tape, I think.
And you got a hug too, Mom.
Oh, yay for hugs for me. Hugs back.
So, is that washi tape looks like?
I think it's washi tape.
And I guess it isn't showing anything that doesn't need to be shown.
Washi tape.
That's washi tape, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just fold it and put it in.
No, that'd be logical. Gotta put it in exactly the way it was in there to begin with.
Are you in need of assistance?
No. Can do by myself.
Do myself.
Do myself.
Spoiled bunny style.
Okay, so I actually haven't opened this because I couldn't
That
bear
wrapping.
to ruin the wrapping.
It's cute little monkey wrapping paper.
So, gotta be careful.
So the business card.
I don't want to tear it. There we go.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely washi tape.
So,
Focus. That's a Bakery Bear card. It's not focusing, but
there you go. Baker Bear Cottage.
Very cute.
So, and
show them the paper.
Yes, the paper is awesome.
Little monkeys.
I actually have not opened this yet. I got one of the phone homes.
ET phone home. I like the way that tape works because it doesn't,
No, it doesn't tear, which is awesome. I'm not sure what I would do with this paper after I'm done with opening this, but I like having the option to.
Yeah. So pretty. Cute. Oh, yeah.
Go to the other end. Yes, this is a must protect the paper.
With all the scribblings.
Okay. This takes extreme prejudice.
Prejudice? That doesn't make any sense. It is
I
not
don't
logical.
care.
It is not logical.
Extreme care. Haha. Now just watch me while I actually, open it. I end up tearing it.
Yep. Oh, isn't that cute?
And this is the phone home. And hang on, I promised Mom she could have the Bakery Bear button.
For my button owl. Yay, button. I get a badge.
And, let me grab.
It's so cute. It's got the shine on it.
It'll focus in a second.
No. We move back a little bit. There you go.
So.
There, thank you. I have a badge for my button owl.
And it has case snaps that she is very much into.
Poppers.
Yes,
Poppers.
her poppers.
Oh, that's great.
And it fits my phone just nicely.
Very
Voila.
nice.
And it's a little thingy.
I like that a lot. Very nice.
So
well
there we
done,
go.
Kay. Well done.
Thank you very much. So I scored. I didn't intend to score.
Impulse buy.
Oh, but I've made so many mistakes, like with the password and everything,
Oh, yeah.
and I still
It was
managed
meant
to
be
get
yours,
it.
yeah.
So
Must be yours. Okay. Do you have anything else?
other than
the one thing?
the three things.
3 things?
Yeah,
but that's together. At least 2 of them are together. What's the third one? That's not to us though.
Nothing of mine personally, other than the two. There's 2 packages.
Okay, so this one I can do first.
Yeah.
Okay, this came to me in the mail. We had a really fantastic mail week, not just for the hospital, but for us.
Mm-hmm.
This came to me from Sue, who is Family Diva, and Sue, I really appreciate this. You all take good care of me.
Mm-hmm.
She sent me a wonderful letter that obviously I'm not going to read to you because I need to answer it and it's personal. But she sent me some grips for the comfort cushions for my hooks, so I don't have to keep buying a bunch of new hooks at a time. Because if I don't want to necessarily take my good hooks, I can put regular hooks, put these on it, and they're grips. They help to ease the amount of pressure or the tightness you have to grab on the hook. So Sue, thank you very much for thinking of me, and I do intend to answer this as soon as I get a little time. There's a lot of things in here I want to answer. So thank you for this. Much appreciated.
We also both got some very nice notes from Brittany.
Yes, we did. My card's over there. Such a sweet note from
But,
Brittany.
Yes, here, and I'm going to put this away before I flash my address again.
Yeah, I don't want to open up the card. It's a cute little card. She makes her cards, and
I am going to show what the
Brittany
card looks like.
Brittany is very, very thoughtful. I can't get to my card, otherwise I'd show you. I have to step
Because
over
she's
a bunch
not
of bags.
prepared.
I'm not. But Brittany is very
Talented with her cards.
she's talented with her cards, and she's very sweet. And I had a congratulation card from her earlier, or no, a praying for me card earlier, and then a very nice note after my my biopsy, saying that she was. Well, it was a very sweet card. It was
Yes.
a very sweet
Thank
card.
you very much, Brittany.
Thank you very much, Brittany. So we feel loved, very much so. All right. What's that?
This is some baby hats.
Oh, right. Okay, who's that from?
This one is from Marie.
Oh, from Marie. Okay. And these are so cute.
These are adorable. I like this pattern. I wonder if this is I think this is a pattern that I want to do. Actually, the one with the DK weight yarn. This is the one I believe that I have on my queue to do next.
It's very stretchy.
I love it's like almost like a ribbing, but not quite a ribbing. I really like this. Yeah, I really think this is the one that I want to do. Let me check.
It's almost like a basket weave.
It is. Hold on. Oh, I think I know exactly what pattern it is. I have a copy of the pattern in here. I already. Of this one.
So pretty. I can't tell if she did this in the round. I'm assuming she did.
It is in the round.
Very pretty. So we have this one.
I believe
and
it's
this one.
7th pattern.
And then this one's different. This is a different one. You can
Yeah,
see.
Mom. This hat.
Right. But this one is different. It's not the same pattern.
Yeah, but this was actually the hat that I've been looking forward to making. The 7th hat.
I'm wondering if she made her own modifications to this one from this pattern, because it looks like it's the same except that she didn't put in the basket weave.
Well, it almost looks like the other one I'm doing. The bright. This one.
Well, could be, I suppose. So this is one, and these two are the same.
Yes.
So they're very nice. Thank you, Maury.
And I believe that's the 7th hat, the 7th pattern.
And Maury can tell us if
Yes.
it's not. Very, very nice. Thank you very much.
Very nice.
Very
and actually,
generous.
I'm going to take this out of the wrapping and put it with the other baby hats. Because I will be making a delivery.
Okay, we have to. You have to.
I'm not going to be able to wait like I was planning to.
And if any of you have been going to the link that goes to our Two Artists page, my husband and Davina's mostly, but he puts our pictures up there sometimes, you will see a picture of what we got for hats this time.
Yes.
Do you want to do that first, or do you want to do our gifts first?
Probably the hats, since we're talking about hats.
Okay. This is a huge donation of hats, and this is from Michelle, right?
Michelle, who is Get Your Knit On.
Get Your Knit On
69.
69. Yeah. She sent. We got this big, huge box from Michelle. I'm like, Tanya, what is this? So, you can see a better picture on our web page. There are, what, 28 hats?
28 baby hats in here.
There's one for each of these, and we don't want to take them out. They're all knitted, I think, and they're absolutely gorgeous. I mean, pink and yellow and purple, and I can't see all the colors in here, but there's just a ton of them.
There's a really pretty
Blue.
bluish purple one in there.
I see it up at the top here. This one here, kind of a blue-green.
Yeah.
Just 28 lovely hats in here. The hospital's going to be extremely happy because I think we have a total of like 40, almost 40 hats.
There's
35
31 just counting donations this week.
Right.
I have one to give.
And I've got 4 or 5.
Something like that.
Yeah. So close to 40 hats. So I'll
For
have
just this week.
I'll have another one. I might have another one finished tonight, possibly.
Yeah, because I will probably be dropping it off on my way out of work.
Tomorrow.
Yes.
So I might
not
have
tomorrow, Wednesday.
Wednesday. So I might have I might have time to finish that. The one I'm working on
As
right
long
now.
as you finish it by Tuesday.
Right.
Although I can wait if you need me to give it till Friday.
I'll try to get it done by Tuesday, but no guarantees. If not, I'll just wait. It's not a big deal.
So yes, quite the.
That was very generous. Thank you
very
Michelle.
much.
But that was not all.
fell over.
That
no,
was
that
not
was
all.
not all.
The gift that Davina got and showed you, that was in Michelle's box. So were these. We had goodie bags.
Yes.
Very nice goodie bags. Nearly knocked us over.
Yes.
We were so amazed at the generosity. She sent me chai tea.
And I got honey vanilla chamomile.
Chai tea. This is awesome.
This might be a good before bed tea.
I haven't tried it yet. I'm looking forward to trying.
Yeah, I didn't want to open it.
I didn't want to open the tea yet. So, and then we each got a little card.
Yes.
A nice little card. Very nice little note in it. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you very much. Just make sure everything's on.
I got a crochet hook.
Same here. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And it's
I haven't tried this one.
I haven't tried this one yet, so that's gonna be good.
And it's a G.
She sent me 2 straight needles.
So I got some point protectors.
Yeah, I think I have those too. Let me see if I can find them. Here's mine.
I mean, this is an awesome knitterly.
I mean, look at this. Straight needle.
And every once in a while you do need.
Every once in a while you
needles.
need straight, so that's good.
I am so psyched about these.
Carbon.
I've been talking about how I wanted to work with carbons. And this is a 40-inch cable, US 4.
And mine are sizes 8. I never know these. 5 millimeters and 6 millimeters. I don't know.
Number 10 and number 8.
Okay, so the 8s and 10s, which are the sizes I like, the bigger sizes I like to use, not 3s. So, are you ready for the last bit of it?
Yes.
Okay, the last bit she sent. I mean, if that wasn't enough, she sent me 3 of these. This is Blackstone Tweed Barocco. It is
Barocco's like the stuff I'm using for the sweater.
65% wool, 25% mohair, and 10% angora. I think this is a.
You can't even tell there's mohair in this.
No, and I'm not sure what the weight is.
It looks almost like a bulky.
Maybe an Aran or a bulky. I'm not sure. But she sent me 3 of them, and they are
30 yards.
130 yards apiece. So she gave me 390 yards, almost 400 yards.
I'm sure if you look up on Rav, it'll tell you what the weight is.
This would make an awesome cowl.
Yeah, it would.
Or something. I mean, it is just, or even a toy. I mean, it's just beautiful. And look at that. Thank you so much. The colors are gorgeous. I've never worked with this yarn before, so
I'm in love with mine. This is Manos de Uruguay.
Oh, I like Manos de Uruguay.
Oh,
that's
and
nice.
it has.
This is bulky, I think.
Well, it says 8 to 10, so it doesn't say what the weight
Maybe
is.
Aran. I think it's the same weight as this is.
But there is 138 yards in each skein, and there's 2 here.
Oh my!
So look at these colors.
Isn't that pretty? It's kind of like your quicksand.
The quicksand is more blue, but it's very gorgeous. The
So you can see
browns
those 2
and the blacks and the grays.
I mean, we felt like Christmas.
Yes.
We felt like Christmas. It was so nice and so thoughtful. We really appreciate it. I don't know what I'm going to make with this yet, but I will figure it out. Because this is really nice. Thank you very much,
Thank you very
Michelle.
much.
Very, very much. We appreciate your generosity.
I have to figure out what I'm going to make with this.
Why not just wear it like that?
Well, I'm figuring out what to do with it.
Right. Thank you so much, Michelle. We appreciate your generosity. We have very generous, very sweet viewers who spoil us, and
we're not done yet. We're
not done yet. Michelle, we're done with Michelle. Yes, who is very generous.
Just a little bit. I just wanted to see what was in here. This is pure wool.
Yes, and you have to be careful not to felt it because this is a thick and thin.
Yeah. Well, I think it's single ply.
Yeah, it's almost like it almost has to feel like a hand spun.
Yeah.
But it's beautiful.
Oh yeah, I
Absolutely.
seriously.
No, Dan, you can't have it.
No, it's my precious. So, in here now, I have been partaking of this box. I did not have
this one surprised me, and I didn't.
I did know about. Actually, I knew about both of these, but I didn't realize the immensity of either of them.
And I didn't know. I didn't know about either of them. I didn't know about either of them.
This is from. Let me get her RAV name right. S.E. Hepworth, because on Instagram she's Sarah Hepworth.
And Sarah, I didn't know it was coming.
And she sent some. Whoopsie. She told me she was going to send me some tea. Well, she did send tea, and I have tried a little bit of most of them. I haven't tried the orange and coconut yet. I hope to try some of that tonight. Oh, and I haven't tried. I don't think I've tried this one yet.
I wonder if that's a green tea.
I wonder. I haven't tried this one yet.
Has mint in it, I think.
I don't believe we have these teas over here.
I don't think so. This comes from
someone
Europe.
was asking on Instagram. She didn't know where to get the tea, and I haven't responded to her yet, but I've got to respond. I don't know either because this was a gift.
It was a gift. I think it comes from England.
And I don't love people enough to give up my awesome tea. English breakfast tea.
She'll probably find it online.
She probably can. I haven't looked.
Yeah, if you link the name of it, she might be able to find it.
Rise and Shine. This was good. This is
like
lemongrass.
Mm-hmm.
And organic Indian chai. I put a little milk in this. This was good. And this one is probably my favorite of the bunch. Organic Assam tea with vanilla. I had 3 cups of that last night. It's got this lovely taste of vanilla.
And then there were sweets.
Yes, there were the sweets. The hard candy, which I will not eat here on the podcast. Yorkshire Mixtures by Joseph Dobson's and Sons Ltd. This makes me think of Away and Save.
Yeah, yeah. Do you still have the Way and Saves out there? I mean, I love the
or
Way
was
and
that
Saves.
just, maybe that was something that was just for that area of England.
No, they had other Way and Saves, but Thetford had the best one.
Yeah.
We lived in Thetford for a while in England before we moved to Lakenheath.
I've almost completely polished off the curly whirlies.
Oh, these are good. I had a little bit. It bothers my jaw, so I gave it all to her.
And
Smarties.
I had one thing of Smarties. There are 3 more in here.
Yeah. And Davina's supposed to be able to have some too, so.
Yes.
And she was very excited about that. Oh, it has a number 4, so we know there's 4.
Yes. Well, just like this had a number 5 on it.
There were 5 of them there? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. There were just 2 long ones.
Nope, there are 5. And I like the fact that they were in separate little things, so when I opened it, it wasn't like I made the other ones get unfresh. And Smarties, the first day this arrived, I went ahead and tore into Smarties.
It was very, very
my
sweet
gosh,
to be
yes.
so generously thought of.
Smarties were the only ones I remembered from being a kid.
Right. We are really appreciative of you thinking of it, because that came over the pond, so it was very nice to receive all of the gifts.
Because we don't have any of those over here.
No. So we were very grateful for all the thoughtfulness of all the viewers this week.
Yes.
It's exciting. So thank you very much for that. Anything else?
I've been, let's see, put that back in there. Reading Children of Henry VIII. I'm currently on the uncles who controlled the young king Edward. Because he was a boy king. His father died when he was 9. So he was very much controlled by the people that Henry put in charge of him. So we're mostly focused on him right now. Although I'm sure I will get to the others later. So, getting some reading done on that. Still enjoying. I'm not tearing through it quite as quickly as I did The Wives of Henry VIII. But I am enjoying it. And behind on podcasts because Gunsmoke and Rawhide marathons have been...
She doesn't love you like I do.
I do, but Rawhide, and it's Gunsmoke, and
Mm-hmm.
and I know there's a couple of viewers who love the young Clint Eastwood.
Mm-hmm.
You know there are. I forget who it was who used to comment on Instagram every time. I think it was Izzy.
Yeah, Izzy's not. Miss Izzy. I wish she'd come back. I mean, she's still part of the group. She just hasn't been able to watch. I think she is anyway.
But, yeah, I've been watching Gunsmoke and Rawhide. Gunsmoke I'm trying to watch from the beginning forward because there were a couple of season 1, season 2 episodes that I missed, just from when I had to go to work and they didn't put it on before I could leave. Had to leave, so.
Okay, is that it?
That's it.
Okay, I wrote almost 1,700 words to the shared story because it's still in my court right now, and I'm moving along a little at a time. So that's good. I finished my Sherlock Holmes anthology, the memoirs, I believe it was, and I started Hunger Games, and I'm about 4 or 5 chapters into that. I'm still reading.
Prepare for tears later on.
Yeah, I know. I'm reading St. Francis de Sales. I don't think I'm doing Eternity. I think I'm doing On Death right now, St. Francis de Sales. So
it's almost a shame that you watched the movie first, because that one part, when I read it, it just made me cry. And
okay,
I'm not going to go into details, but
I want to hear it. No,
I think seeing the movie first ruins the effect of that.
So I'm reading that. It's an easy read. It's an easy read, and I'm getting some character clarification that I didn't have from the movie, so that's good.
So the movie is good. It's a decent representation, but it does not have the whole depth of the book.
Right. So,
and I need to read the other Hunger Game books, but currently I'm on a Tudor kick. So,
right. So I did that, and
not to mention I'm kind of afraid to pick up Hunger Games 2 because I remember when I read Hunger Games 1, I couldn't put it down,
right? And
I stayed up till way too late reading that.
Well, I have to finish 1, and then I'll go into 2. But right now I'm on 1.
And it looks like this is my hair.
No. Not even remotely. All right. I think that's about it for autobiography. We do want to...
if it is my hair, I have like gray streaks through.
Acknowledge Shannon, who is Mama Jem from the Heart of Wool podcast. She gave us a really nice review and shout out over there. I was watching it. I almost cried. It made me very happy. It was a very sweet review. And not to hear the review, but if you don't know Shannon's podcast, you should check her out. She's fun to watch, and she has interesting projects. She helped to spearhead, I think, the first Houston Fiber Festival, I think it was, or one of the first ones.
I'm behind on everyone's podcast.
But she's really interesting to watch. I like watching her, and she's knowledgeable. She had a conversation on the podcast previous to this last one, that said that she didn't think she was going to continue spinning. She was just going to finish the stuff that she had, and then I turned on this podcast and she bought a drop spindle set. So I said, okay, Shannon, you're going to be a really good spinner. I just know she is. She's good at whatever she does. So check her out. She's Heart of Wool podcast, and she's Mama Jem, and she's fun. So I wanted to thank her. And I did want to thank Kelly Dang for the comment on YouTube, and as I said, I did respond to your question about the baby hat on YouTube. It is there, so I hope you are listening to this so you know what the response is. And if you don't get a response and you're watching this, you can PM me if you want to do that, or you can just go ahead and look on YouTube.
And we are slowly catching up-ish in the threads.
I love all the chatter.
Oh my gosh.
It's great.
Yes.
It's great. They're still having traffic jams in Valeria's in her front room.
I want her fainting couch.
Yeah, but it's standing up. You can't faint standing up. And
you just end up...
I want to go up in her attic. I want to see her stash. Can I get through that little tiny hallway to get to the stash?
You might just step on a few people.
Well, maybe if I just kind of flip over Patty's rocking chair, kind of fling,
Or you can just sort of rock back and forth on it and then just go zoom.
Of course, Patty might go zoom too.
Have her hold on tight.
Hold on tight, yeah. In case you're wondering what we're talking about, they were talking about waiting for the packages coming in from the Autism Awareness.
Oh, the hallway might have cleared a little bit. I think only
I think
Bonnie is in the hallway. Patty might be in the rocking chair still, but Bonnie's still in the hallway, and Valeria's just puttering around like her kitchen and
Well,
stuff.
I think she was making stuff for people to eat.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So that's about it for us. I think we're basically done,
Yes.
which is good because this has been a while. My husband's home. Actually, it's not as long as I thought it would be. But we want to thank you for joining us. And once again, if you are still in the shadows, please come on out and join us officially so you can take part in all the fun stuff and be eligible for prizes. You can take part in the fun stuff regardless. You just won't be able to get prizes unless you're part of the Ravelry group. So please do join us, and we look forward to seeing you next week. We hope you have a blessed week full of every good thing, knitting, crocheting, whatever it is you like to do. And we hope to see you here in the Woman Cave next week. This is Pen, Hook, and Needles Podcast, episode 166, and that's a wrap.